Hey guys, welcome back. So we're heading out to the garden today to do a little work. We're going to check on the garlic and put their beds in their final positions. Now at first glance, the garlic isn't doing as well as we thought it was going to. We planted 72 cloves of garlic here, and the only thing that came up was the hard neck. We did plant some elephant garlic as well as some soft neck, and none of that came up. Now, the first amendment we're going to do for spring is we're going to put some fertilizer down. We're going to be using the Espoma garden tone. We're going to be digging some small trenches all around the garlic and putting the fertilizer in there. That way that's kind of an even distribution of fertilizer throughout all of the plants. As for the other side of the bed that I used to have the garlic, I went through it and kind of broke up the soil, and it's still really rich and it's really easy to dig into. And as I dig through, I find that the garlic has been basically broken down. Now we do want to plant this area, and I'm going to find some good companion plants. I do have a lot of eggplants and peppers and kale that might go well over here, as well as maybe tossing in some potatoes or carrots just to kind of break up the soil. But I'll do that after I amend the soil. I'll probably put some more compost on top of this and mix it all in just to make sure that it is full of nutrients and ready to go. Here's another reason why you don't throw away scrap wood. The chives are filling in really nicely. We pulled these last year from underneath the porch on the other side of the house. Now we planted them here as a border. We like the way this looks and the way it's turning out, so we're probably going to continue this down the rest of this short little walkway. Now to find out where the garden beds are going to be, I want them to be evenly spaced so there's a little bit of symmetry. The first thing I'm going to do is find out where the fence line is going to be. So I'm going to mark that and make sure I put where all the posts are, and then we'll do our measuring for the final spots for the garden beds. So this is the setup I was going for, and when I did this, originally marked it all out, I did it for 40 feet. But now that I changed the plans on how to do it and I marked it for that, things have changed a little bit, and I forgot to account for the 4x4 that I'm going to be putting in. So adding 3.5 inches to each one, we're going to be extending it out to 41 feet 9 inches. That's from the corner, so that's 3.5, 4, 3, 7. And if you're wondering what's happening, this is what it looks like when I'm doing math in my head.
Look, it's a beetle! Can this be out here? I was looking for this. Find the camera.
So now we're going to set the beds. They're going to be 7 feet from the west side, which is going to be our fence, and 3 feet from the north side going south. Now in this area, I took the tree into consideration. It is going to get bigger. We will trim it up so it doesn't overhang on the garden, but I don't want it to be the 7 feet that is over here to mimic over there. I want a little bit more room, so I'm going to go to 9 feet here, and then maybe what we'll do all through this area is plant some of our pumpkins or squash. So all we have left to do is level this out, dig out the gravel, and start filling them in using the hugelkultur method. I'll leave a link for that video above and explain it once we start getting into it. So I think at this point what I want to do is I want to move this over probably about 2 feet so it mimics the one on the other side. But because it's full right now, I'm actually going to start taking all this stuff out, transition it into that bed, which I know is in the right spot. And then we're going to move this over about 2 feet, just so it's in a line, just like the other side, so it's symmetrical. To show you that the hugelkultur method actually works, a lot of that wood is softening up quite a bit, and there's a lot of life in here, a lot of bugs, a lot of worms. What we're going to do is we're going to shift all of this soil to one side with the shovel, and then we're going to start moving the bed. That's what I'm talking about, all this just from inside here, right against the soil. Now that's level. Now we're going to fill in stone all the way around it, clean up this area over here, and this one's going to be ready to start the hugelkultur method. The beds here are all placed in the right spot, so we're going to have to level these out and then start digging out these stones. All right, guys, so that's it. Move back here to the garden beds. We got them all centered. We got everything situated so everything is symmetrical. We've got everything dug out so all the stones are removed. Everything is level and they're ready to go. So we got the hugelkultur method is how we're going to be filling everything in. That's going to be in a future video, so stay tuned for that and I'll explain everything and it'll probably end up being the next video. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for watching and we'll see you soon.